Right. So when I first interviewed you, you were very successful, like you are today. But one thing has slightly changed in the media, which is your title. And it says this: you are the richest gypsy, or let's just say you are the first billionaire gypsy in the UK. Are you a billionaire?
Yes. And I'm a real billionaire. In other words, I can justify it, explain it, and it's checkable. And a lot of people may find that vulgar. They might find it, obtuse. But the facts are this: I have a company that has a value that's worth £1.2 billion. How's it worth £1.2 billion? We have £875 million worth of assets. We have £100 million worth of borrowing. So that makes our assets in the business alone worth 770 million, excluding our debt. And the rest is goodwill, profit forecasted. So it easily tops £1.2 billion.
Okay. Bar the obvious, since 2019, what I mean by obvious is net worth, the company assets going up, good debt, staff, etc. What else has changed with you personally and on the business front since 2019, Alfie?
I've started to understand and value my own worth a lot more. Whereas before, up until that point, and I was slowly changing coming to that point, I thought with a poor mindset, not a wealthy mindset. Now, a poor mindset is that you absolutely trust nobody. You think that every opportunity is a con. Everybody is only there to line their own pockets. That's a poor mindset. Because when you come from a poor background, that's pretty much what it is. Where a wealthy mindset is they embrace every opportunity. They look at the good people that are around them that are bringing great investments. And that's where I've changed.
Interesting. Do you know, I watch you on social media. I've listened to countless amount of your podcasts. I've obviously interviewed your son twice. So I feel like I've really got to know you, certainly from a TV podcast standpoint, and having a couple of conversations over WhatsApp. And it's like you do have it all. And I know that's not come through without sacrifice. Why do you keep on still today coming onto podcasts like mine to share your story? What's the benefit of that?
The benefit for me is threefold. One, it's free publicity. And two, I actually genuinely get to see people out there and say to them, anything's achievable. I get told that I'm a great success, which is wrong. I'm only a success today. Tomorrow can be something totally different. Look at COVID. Look at Brexit. They destroyed businesses overnight. We have to remember the sun shines, but it rises and falls. And tomorrow's a new day every day. That's success. Just because it rises doesn't mean to say it's not going to set. So they're important to keep in mind. The other reason for me coming on here, if I manage to break the glass ceiling, which we have in this country, for people like me that are from the street, from a poor background, to say that we can change our life. We can change as a person. Would I say I'm a better person than what I was 40 years ago? Actually, yes. Yeah. Because I can afford to be a better person. I can afford to be more charitable. I can afford to give more time to people. I can afford to help more people. You can't do that when you're poor.
Definitely.
It's a lot harder to do that.
Being a billionaire now, okay? How important was it to become a billionaire? And have you got your sights set on becoming 10 times over a billionaire?
There is no limit to the level of finance that I want to go to. Does it make you a different person? I think it puts you in a different mindset. It allows you to look at bigger deals. It allows people's perception of you is different. But how important was it for me? It was massively important. Why was it massively important? Because I'm financially driven. I'm financially motivated. You know, a lot of people will frown on that. Oh, what a sorrowful state. And, you know, well, if it wasn't for people like me speaking up and saying, you know, come on, this is there for the world. This is there for everybody. We'd still have the stiff upper lip and say, oh, how vulgar, my dear chap. Yeah, that's because you were born with it. That's because you were given it. You didn't have to scrape the barrel. You know, I hear a lot of people that say that new wealth is ostentatious and thrown in people's faces. And old wealth is matured and held back. No, it's because they're frightened. It's because they're frightened to speak out because they think they're going to be robbed. And not just by the people on the street, by the government. That's the fact of it. We're not allowed to celebrate here. We're not allowed to celebrate here. Our taxing system, wealthy people get taxed at 40%, but everybody doesn't realise that they get taxed at 40%. It's called death duties. When you die, they get to take 40% of your home. So why should we not celebrate our, successes? Why should we not celebrate people? And, my heroes are not sporting stars. My heroes are Richard Branson, Alan Sugar. They're my heroes that actually had the gall to speak out.
Okay, so I've got a quote here from your own website. I treat my business just like a lady with honour, respect and integrity. I love that saying. Tell me a bit more about what you mean.
Let me say, look, a woman is like money. It's exactly like money. If you lend it, if you let somebody else spend it, if you let somebody else take it out, if you're disrespectful with it, it will leave you. Money does exactly the same. A woman will do exactly the same. But if you respect it, if you love it, if you treat it with care, if you don't let anybody else take it out, if you don't let anybody else spend it, it won't leave you. If you learn how to invest it and invest in it, it will grow with you. And that's the same as a woman.
Definitely.
And vice versa. A man with a woman. If a woman invests in her man, she helps support her man. She respects her man. Respect is everything. Then he will grow with her.